Alright, we're going in. You don't need to remind me. Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of a hat in time. In the last episode, we were the hottest diva in town, literally. Moustache Girl went to Mafia Town and flooded it with lava with the town's volcano using all the taps. We put a stop to that and became the newest star in DJ Groove's latest movie, which was more of a glorified trailer, hence by these photos here. A little bit of propaganda right there, so cute. But yes, we're not going to be dealing anything with the Mafia boss right now, because we do not have, well, his badge isn't for 100 anymore, it's 4 times the price, but it's twice as worth. For now, though, we're going to be going onwards, because it's been reminding us enough already. Power has been restored to the bedroom, we can finally get back in here. Chapter Subcon Forest is now available. Alright, as we jump for joy. So let's go back into our bedroom and let's get dressed for the occasion, because in the last episode, for some reason, that appeared in my inventory, and I have no idea why. Here's the thing, that's not part of the game. That is a mod that is deactivated. In both ways. Do not know why that is a thing, but I guess I'll enable it just so that this fixes it a tad, because for some reason that just appeared in. But you know what? Let's show it off anyway, because we're actually in the right area for it. Look how adorable she is. She's always adorable, let's be fair. We're in our jammies. I think it's more of a model swap than texture swapping, but it could be texture swapping, but her boots are obviously different because she's wearing slippers, it's quite clear. So, but we're in our bedroom, we're swimming in our pillows, it's perfectly fine, and there's now a light shining out of that little hole that we couldn't access before. Well, if we swap to our ice hat, we can actually access this now, because welcome to Hat Kid's Pillow Fort. Day 9. Oh my gosh, that big penguin DJ said I could be a star. I wonder if it means like a pop star. Wait, do I have to sing? Maybe an internet star. No, a movie star. Well, it is Deadbird Studio. DJ Groove said he's going to take care of all that stuff. I just have to show up on set and I'm going to be famous. I can't wait. I just hope I don't have to sing. Yes, this is Hat Kid's Diary. Basically, the latest mission that you've completed in any major mission that you completed in any area is counted as a day. So right now we're on like day 9 of the major timepieces. The rest that we have are rifts that don't really count toward that. She pretty much writes and recounts her like thoughts and stuff of what's been happening on that, if you can count a day. So I guess every major timepiece is a whole day's worth of an adventure. But yeah, you pretty much just get a little bit of an insight to the, you know, Hat Kid's personality and stuff, which is pretty cool. Problem is, you can only read the entry that is for the previous timepiece that you've gotten. You can't go backwards and you can't go, well, obviously you can't go forwards if you don't have them, but you can't read previous entries. So you need the ice hat to get in there. That means that the only earliest time that you can actually get into it would be, let me just go frisk quickly and deactivate the mod. So that fixes that up at least. But yeah, the only time that you could probably get in there, in the console versions at least, there we are, let's go on, is the... Wait, why am I not frisk now? God damn it, game. But yeah, it's... What am I trying to say here? It's not available unless you have the ice hat, and the earliest time you can get an ice yarn is either in the console versions on Act 3 of Mafia Town at night, and on PC, it'll be Deadbird Studio. So, yeah. Anyway, Chapter Subcon Forest, we can finally get to this, because I just couldn't seem to form coherent sentences, because that bloody mod just wanted to activate for no reason. I noticed it editing last episode, but we got a purple time rift here. It was from the cows and UFO that we built in Gallery. But we can't really do anything with that right now, because we can't actually reach it, and you'll see why when we go for contractual obligations. Atmosphere tense. I can see why. The shadows are intense, and there's a shadow of a smile. He looks familiar. Remember that image that we saw in the gallery of a spooky, spectral thing? I see items in the trees. And we don't even do a pose when we land. Things don't look so good around here.
Have you come to make another purchase?
We could do. We've got some new badges. Sometimes he has another badge here that doesn't seem to be here this time. Like I said, it's random every time that you load up and talk to him, but he is located in other areas as well, so because this level's actually pretty sprawling. We've got the Fast Hatter badge here, significantly reduces the cooldown when using hats. That is actually pretty good, because if you want to use hat abilities a lot more often, this is really helpful. The length for the ability doesn't change, but the recharge time is significantly reduced. We can't afford that right now, but what we can afford is the scooter badge, which we've probably already seen a bunch of times, but we're going to leave that for now because we'll be able to use it later on in this very episode. Now, we can't actually explore this level despite being it really sprawling and there's items in the trees. I think we could see one right where we're standing. Maybe if I back up a tad. There we are, now we can see the rainbow shinies. Yeah, these flame walls pretty much stop us from exploring this area, and I want to have the magnet badge to grab these ponds. So the level is pretty much going to be funneling us into a straight along path where we pretty much started, but there is some stuff that we can still do around here. For example, this big spooky tree has a nice warm homely little house inside, if you can call it a house. It's a one room thing. But, in a little mailbox right there as well. But what we can actually do is climb up this. You may think that this ain't actually what you are able to do, but you can. Just don't hug the actual inside of the tree, because you'll probably grab onto it and then slip. Even with the no bonk badge. But the no bonk badge is actually quite helpful, as well as the no hover badge, because you're going to go pretty high.
Not far to go, kid.
He says that, but we're only about 1/3 of the way, not even that. Probably a quarter.
It'd probably be really painful if you fell from this high.
Hence why we want the hover badge. Which is actually kind of funny, because sometimes you can actually land on the floor and not actually take damage at all. You won't even whip out the umbrella, which is what the hover badge is supposed to do. Maybe it still goes off, but Hatkid doesn't actually pull out an umbrella. I don't know if that's some sort of minor visual glitch, but yeah, you go pretty high up here, and you might be thinking, well, other than... Oh, God. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut back on getting back up the way I just was. Okay, I'm roughly back the way I was. What I was about to say was, which I kind of half forgotten. Yeah, there is actually some worth in coming up here other than just getting a bunch of money. Oh, boy, camera, please. Thank you. Ah, precision jumping, I hate it. I always hate it. Even when you have a floaty jump, you sometimes overshoot on, like, trying to re-angle yourself. Which, by the way, if you are using mods, obviously, aeration kind of mods, like the wing cap or the knight's hat, obviously kind of break the whole point of the challenge. But if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can use the official Lilac's headpiece mod, which are her hearing aids, earpieces. And use the cyclone because it gives you a nice forward, long forward moving floaty jump, and you'll be able to like angle yourself a bit better. Gives you a lot more airtime. I don't use it though because I like to use the actual main moveset. And once we make it up here, not only do we get an achievement, but we also get a relic for our reward. We got a green crayon. These crayons are really buggy. I don't know why, but the last 3 relics, being the 3 crayons, are just really buggy. It's unbelievable. And I'll get into why that is in a bit. For now, though, we can't actually get a good view from up here. So we're just going to have to jump. And we won't take any fall damage because of our nice handy-dandy umbrella. But yeah, definitely worth going up there, getting a lot of money, get a relic, and get an achievement. Take a hike. That's just rude. Speaking of rude, this guy's running away from me. I want to talk to you, dude. We haven't got time for this. It's a double pun, get it? Because it's called a hat in time, and I have been punished for my crimes. Attack! Get out! It's not working. Can I use my hat ability? I can quick switch, but I can't bring up the wheel. Oh god. What's happening? Get me out! I do not like these bats! Coming from beyond the pink wall. No matter how high you go, you can't jump beyond the barriers. Oh, no. That's not good.
You blew it! You totally screwed yourself! Nobody enters my home and leaves in one piece! Tell you what, though. Hang on a minute. You get to live! That's right! Aren't you lucky? Normally I'd eat your soul and toss your body, but you're a lucky one. You won the lottery because I just happen to be missing a brain-dead servant. That's right. The old one got himself killed, his head popped off, and now I need a new town.
Well, if he was brain dead, did he really need his head?
So tell you what, I've got a piece of paper here. Don't worry about the details. I just need you to sign right here at the bottom.
Oh dear. We didn't escape. We can't run. There's nothing we can do. We are locked in. I guess we have no choice, really. Or do we? Contract. Clean up the Subcom will. Let's read the fine print, despite what he says, because you know how contracts are. Find Subcom village, murder the spirits, and clean Subcom well. So those are what those 2 photos are. Following parts of the forest will be available in Acts 1 and 2, so I'm guessing this will give us access to those missions, which are probably those checklists. I'll be keeping the following hostage, your soul, but keep anything you find on the way. Yeah, I don't agree.
Come on now. Don't make this difficult. You don't really have a say in this. Sign the paper.
Nah.
I don't think I made this clear enough. Your opinion doesn't matter to me. Put your name on the contract, or I'll make your dead, hollow body sign it for you.
Well, that's an empty threat, because then you won't have a lapdog. No.
Last chance. Sign the paper.
You're not snatching my soul.
Too bad. I gave you an opportunity to redeem a bad situation, and you blew it. The really chance of surviving this right out the window.
Despite him actually enforcing the bad situation, he just outright knocks you out if you don't sign. But with the power of timepieces, we have infinite lives and we can just go back. But we can't seem to progress further, which is a shame. We're gonna have to agree. Right, I'll sign. Yeah, you like that, don't you?
That seals the deal. We're in business. Let me just grab this real quick.
Ow! You feel exceedingly empty inside.
Whoops! Guess this soul belongs to me now. Don't worry though. If you finish your chores quickly, you'll have your soul back real soon.
I expect you to keep that deal.
And don't you dare forget our little contract. I put it in your start menu so that it will never leave your sight.
Okay, now you're breaking the fourth wall. And he's just gone like that. Well, that was a traumatic experience. But if we don't even have a soul, can we actually react to that? Who knows at this point? I mean, that kid still looks all pretty happy and whatnot. Maybe she doesn't need a soul in order to feel. Yeah! That spooky dude was foreshadowed in the gallery, which you can access before coming here. Which I'm not entirely too sure if it was, you know, apparent, like, intentional or not. We now got to do jobs. We know how to get our soul back. And we need to actually explore if we want to, you know, actually get timepieces. So we really didn't have a choice in the matter. Before we continue onwards, though, to search for this village.
The soft part of the fruit is sometimes called the flesh.
That sounds very odd. I guess it makes sense, though, because plants are alive. Unless, you know, you're just bobbing like this, you're alive even though you're not attached to anything. Yeah, this is clearly the Halloween level of this game. Very spooky indeed. We got, like, this eye thing that's looking at these 2 cherries. But we can't chuck them off the edge because the bloody barrier's in the way. Here's the thing. Bring it to one of these spectral dudes. And it's a cherry bomb! Don't let it hit you, it'll actually hurt you. You can't use these to blow up the box that the eye is on, because he's actually focused on it. But it can blow up other stuff. Here's the thing. Get rid of what he's looking at, and he himself will explode. And we get a new yarn for our troubles, which is just sitting right here in the intersection. Dweller Mask Yarn. Apparently you need, like, yarn in order to make a mask. Some spooky yarn, and it needs 12 to be made, which we obviously have. So we can make this right now.
1, 2, presto!
Aha! Looks like a dead kitsune. This is one spooky mask. See the world through a dweller's eyes. Let's equip. Now, this is actually one of the best hats to use alongside that fast hat badge that we had. When you use it, you get this field. Whatever's in this field changes, well, if it's affected, it actually changes the solidness of the object, I guess is the right word. It makes it tangible. Those stripy boxes that we saw in Mafia Town, we can jump on them now.
I hear there's money to be made in grave digging.
Are you sure you don't mean grave robbing? That's what we're doing. And we're going to do it, because we need the money. And once we get 400, we'll be able to afford that relic badge, which will actually be very helpful in this area, considering, because it's quite sprawling, and you may not be able to see the globes that far off. Unless they're in chests, of course, as I've said many a time. But, of course, we got other badges to buy, and if I see those first, I'm going to pick those up, because the map badge, or compass badge, or relic badge, whatever you want to call it, obviously has less priority for me, since I obviously know where everything is, and hello, I see you popping out of the ground. That's not an enemy, that's just part of the architecture of the place. And how did that miss? Oh! Found the village! Once you get close enough, you get this cutscene. And those must be the spectrals that we must take out, I guess. Murder the spirits is our next objective. That's where our contract is, by the way. Just chilling there in our weapons area. I guess it's our weapon to get back our soul? Maybe? Who knows? Basically, that will show up whenever you're in Subcon Forest to let you know what mission you can go for. Depending on what act you actually choose. Or if you somehow segue to another one. I'm not going to go too deep and blow up any more graves at the moment. Because I will trigger something. So let's head back to town here. And we've got more cherries. We've got an ice yarn encased in ice. We've got an item up there, which is actually something I really want to go for right now. But before I do, I want to blow this up just to prepare. Because we have like these weird big paintings that look like straight out of Mario, but you can't jump into them. In fact, that looks like the mask salesman in there. The badge salesman, excuse me. Stuck in there. He's in multiple places at once. Alright, well, before we continue any further, I need to make mention of this one item up here. It looks like that we need to interact with that hook in order to make it, but you can actually make it with a belly slide. What I like to do is start on here and make a jump. Wait, hang on. Because I have a lot of trouble with this one item, this will basically be our 12th relic, so all relics afterwards will become tokens. This is important for this very relic. If I pick this up as my 10th or 11th relic, it would probably be flashing colours, because it will be technically 2 relics in one. I do not know why, it hasn't been fixed. I'm going to put up a bit of footage right now during the modding beta version when I was actually practicing my route for this game. When I was practicing my route, when I collect this one as my 10th or 11th relic, it gives me 2 relics instead of 1, like intended. And when I was actually doing this episode, this is actually a different recording. When I grabbed it as my 13th relic, it gave me 2 Rift tokens. If it's the 10th or the 11th relic that you grab, and it gives you 2 crowns instead of 1, because it randomly flashes colour, and the latest one will be in the screen above, like the little notification at the top of the screen. If it's a relic, if it's a Rift token, because you grabbed more than 12 relics, it doubles the tokens. I mean, that's helpful in order to, you know, get the stuff out of the Rift roulette, but for the sake of, like, being 100% and whatnot, being perfect, that annoys me, and it should be fixed. This is one of the buggiest relics in the game, and I do not know why. It just likes to double. I don't know if it's available in the console version, though. I've only experienced it on the PC version, and this is the latest version of the game I'm playing right now. So, yeah. Now, here's the fix. That was now what I just grabbed was my 12th relic. The reason why I made this my 12th relic, which is actually en route, so it's very perfect, is that because it's the 12th relic, it cannot give me another relic, because there is no other relic to give. That is the red crayon is the last relic that you get. And it won't give me a Rift token, because it's now, obviously, the 12th relic, so all others will be Rift tokens. It can't give me the token, because they haven't become tokens yet. So it caps off at 12, so it doesn't break it. Notice that my tokens do say 2. If I grabbed another relic around here first, and got the red, then grabbed it, my tokens would say 4, not 2, because it would give me 2 tokens. I do not know why this is so buggy, and it really annoys me. With that, though, I really need to make that clear, and that's why I've gone about it in this way. So, what I want to do right now is come over this way again, grab this cherry bomb, but not walk anywhere near that dweller. Instead, I want to take it to this dweller. Because even though there is a cherry right over here, doing it this way pretty much allows us to... Okay, I didn't think that was actually going to break. But there, we can actually get ourselves an ice yarn encased in ice in this little graveyard. It's funny, really. My original route in this area was to go anti-clockwise, but I'm going clockwise this time because of that very issue with that one relic. Alright, so I want to say something else as well. If you see vines coming out of the ground, like purple vines, avoid them at all costs because you don't really want... Well, I say avoid them at all costs. I'm not going to be going for them during this mission or the next mission because of certain things, but because of how I planned my route. But yeah, we can get some really good height around this place. And, hello, you caught me in midair.
Why, hello there! You didn't forget about me, did ya? Don't tell me you forgot about me.
How could I? You got my soul.
What's up? You working on any contractual obligations lately? You better be. Remember our little deal? Check it out! Those incredibly annoying fire spirits are sitting right there, in the middle of my village.
That mafia is getting Luigi Mansion right now. Is King Boo in there?
Their little dance is creating these incredibly annoying barriers that stop me from getting to parts of my forest. It's almost like they're trying to put an end to me. How adorable. Dispose of them! I don't care how you do it, as long as they suffer for entering my domain. Anyways, back to work, trooper. This isn't a vacation, and I'm getting impatient.
I can't do nothing if you keep interrupting me and taking forever to speak, Youngtown. Yes, that purpley spectral dude is Youngtown of YouTube. I keep saying of YouTube, it's like a fact. No clip to actually show for a little bit of comedic effect because he mostly does music. So yeah. I gave my soul. Well, they don't really talk, do they? Like this? Oh, I missed. If it actually hit the ice, it would have blown up on impact. Yeah, but I wanted to do that because notice that was actually a relic we just picked up. But nope, it's not a relic anymore. We got 12 relics, so all of them now become Rift tokens. I believe they actually changed the model to Rift tokens, but because we're still active in the level, they still load as relics. But I'll still have a graphic, as you see on screen right now, telling you that if it is actually a relic, that's a relic, so you guys know if you're going for relics in a different order or whatnot. But this was a relic, it's now become a Rift token. And that does actually mean we now have enough in order to give the Rift Roulette another whirl. So, let's take this Mafia first. Oh no! That's bad. That was all your fault.
We want to die. Yay!
What?
We want to burn bright and then burn out. Become a cloud of smoke. Our bonfire needs more fuel. Only the finest paintings will do. Can you help us?
I think Mr. Purple Spectral Dude has misinterpreted these guys' actions. I mean, they are making the barriers, but they want to die. And we gotta sacrifice these people in paintings in order to do it. This is kind of morbid. Well, it is the spooky part of the game, am I right? Whoa, lag spike. What happened there? Not much was happening there. Probably my computer. Yeah, that's the problem when you're playing PC. Even if you got the best PC, hiccups are bound to happen. That's why I prefer console gaming, because it's pretty much built to... Well, the games are pretty much built around it in order to work, and I'm having a lot of trouble getting up here. There we are. But yeah.
You'll come with me.
With these paintings, if you chuck them away without putting them in the fire and you leave them for too long, they'll fall through the floor and go back to where they are. Plus, when you pick them up, they're smaller, and you're in two places at once and in a painting.
Not everything I sell is of value. I also sell terrible badges, and yet people buy them anyway.
Yeah, this guy's in 2 places at once, and there's the one I was going to talk about. The one-hit hero badge. Yeah, he kind of swaps him out every time. And that's actually the same one that he uses as the icon for when he talked about badges. And it's a bad badge, hence the bugs flying around it. You die in 1 hit, only for the brave. Quite expensive, but it's actually got an achievement locked behind it. If you can beat a boss, either by rematching or fighting one that you haven't fought before, with this equipped, you get an achievement. So, I haven't actually got that yet because I haven't bothered, but I feel like that'd be quite fun to do for the first time on camera. So, we'll leave that for now because once again we can't really afford it. We've only got 350 and we're trying to build up our money for other stuff. So that's a thing. So, we've got another ice yarn up here. So let's go blow that one up. And I'm heading over this way as well because of, you know, all the paintings and whatnot. Here, boost! And I actually just realised I bypassed an item in a chest, and obviously it hasn't got a rainbow effect, so I just remembered that. But that's fine, because we're still going to get everything in this area before we continue on. So that's another ice yarn right there. Let's come over here, because we already freed this one up, and because we were talking to the badge salesman, it actually is a good segue. Because now we're going to kill him? Maybe that's why he's bugging out, because he's in multiple places at once. He doesn't move, he's just there. Maybe that's a side effect to what happened when he was in One Shot. I know, I keep making that joke. He's not actually from One Shot, but you get what I mean. It's like the squares, you know. And we've already had One Shot references already. In fact, the lighting in this place actually looks a bit like One Shot as well, in a way. But then again, that could just be me. Another ice yarn in a chest, right behind the house where the Mafia painting was. And we're also able to reach the trees from here, so we can actually platform up there if we want to. I'm not going to do that right now, mainly because that if we continue going through the trees and we just stop suddenly, it's because we've hit a barrier. The barriers are around the place, and that will stop us from exploring, so we're not going to do that for now. Instead, we're going to finish this up. That's a character we haven't seen before, and you're going to go die now.
Thank you.
And with that, we've exorcised the demons. And we just saw a few more right there, if you had a keen eye. So we didn't murder all the spirits, but we did gain access to other parts of the place, and it looked like it was near that well. Maybe that's why we've been given these missions in this order. Hello again.
Well done. Please tell me they suffered. You murdered them, right? I bet you strangled them. Good girl. Don't think I'm done with you yet. There's more of these pests around my forest, and I need you to take care of every single one. Next on your to-do list, clean up the subcon well. That's right, you're a plumber now. Congratulations on your promotion.
At least we got the dye for it. And the hat. The hat's my hat.
I also have some other work for you that I cannot do myself. And hey, as long as I need you, you get to stay alive. What a deal, huh? But enough talk. You look like you can handle multiple things on your plate at once. Let's get you an additional contract.
Hey, that wasn't the deal. I'm not making another deal.
Pick one, but only one. Isn't it thrilling to sign your life away?
Once again, we are locked in. We have no choice. We can't even decline this time because we're already technically locked in. We've got pretty much nothing because what we pretty much got to offer is our soul yet again. So he's basically just piling up the orders. But this is actually our method on unlocking other acts in this level. We're not going to do that one right now, though. Enter the manor? No, thank you. We're going to leave that for a bit. Instead, I'm going to go for this one. We want to get the easy jobs. Deliver subcon mail. Deliver packages to 10 of my minions. We're going to be doing this in this very episode. So, I'm going to agree with this right now, because this is nothing but a waste of time.
Good choice. Let's hope you're up for the task. You're looking for timepieces, right? I found one of them while hunting some poor soul.
Was that Moustache Girl? Did she get away? Who knows?
You can keep it, but this is the only time I'll reward you for completing parts of the contract. Because guess what? I'm not legally obligated too.
So this guy's got our timepieces and our soul. And he just gave us one. Probably as incentive to continue helping him. We don't even know who this guy is yet. His name hasn't been dropped at all.
Break the ice with them, Brett.
Even these dwellers, I guess, don't actually have his name. But, oh yeah, we've actually got the sprint hat on, which is perfect, because we're actually done here. Let's go and see what contract we gotta do next. We have a new level available to us already, because we just hit 14. We weren't going to one level, we're about to go into another. Yeah, well, we're going to leave that for a bit, actually, because that level is a little bit difficult. I don't really like it much, but it has grown on me after multiple playthroughs. But we're going to go back in, because we need our soul back. That is kind of priority number 1, I guess. It's kind of gone above getting the timepieces back. Oh, no! By the way, because of saving reasons for in between videos, we won't be seeing that when we go back into Deadbird Studio. Just thought I'd mention that. But yeah, it's not like you need to see that anyway. But we do have 2 missions available. Subcon Wells Act 2. It was part of the contract that we got during Episode 1. Completing an act does not unlock another act. Like I said, we have to go to do those little weed things in order to get more. Which we'll be getting to in this very act, because this is very short. So we should be able to squeeze this one in. And look at this! A stark contrast from what the last loading screen was. We just jumped from Act 1 to Act 5. So you get options. And look how derpy he looks with that hat. Can we have that hat? There's probably a mod for that hat. Also, isn't it supposed to be red and not blue? I don't know. Badge seller's here again. We still can afford the scooter badge, but I'm not going to buy that right now. You'll see why. And you'll see why I have the sprint hat still on. We can actually go over here right now, but that's actually for Act 2. Do not go into that water. That is bad. You will be brought down.
Good morning! Are you ready to complete your contractual obligations? I'm not heartless. Ever so often, I sneak into mailboxes and steal letters. Then deliver them to my minions. That way, it's almost like someone cares about them.
I just realised these guys are small, stubby, and they have like one circular glowy eye. Or where an eye would be. Have you literally just kidnapped Gru's minions?
But our last mailman has gone. Poof. You'll have to do.
Maybe it was Gru.
I've got a gift for the occasion. Although it requires a special kind of hat to use. I hope you've got it.
Requirements. Why you do this? Yeah, look at that! A scooter badge! Actually, it's a mail delivery badge. It looks the same, and it does pretty much the same thing, except for that it's a mail delivery scooter instead of a normal one.
This badge is only a rental. I need it back before you leave. Remember to put it on your sprint hat, or it does absolutely nothing. All of the minions who are awaiting mail will have an icon above them. Once you're done, come back here and clock out. Get it?
Yep. So, it's automatically equipped. Just like the detective hat, it will be gone when we leave. If we try to use our hat, we now hop onto a scooter. If we had the scooter badge, it would pretty much be exactly the same, except for the fact that we'd be riding a purple scooter without it being a wooden stuff. It's actually faster than running, but you have an even less reliable jump. So that's a thing. But the difference between this this scooter and the other scooter is that when you're driving around and you hold the other trigger, you aim, let go, and you shoot some mail. It's only available in this mission. And that's what we need to do in order to complete this mission. So, it goes into a bit of a bullet time mode so we can aim. And yeah, that's really all we got to do. We just got to fill up the meter, do it 10 times, and we're done. That's literally it. That's literally what this mission is. But if we can actually do a jump and do a 360 like that, you get an achievement. Very easy to nail. You can actually do it, like, even easier still in, that's what I was looking for, that guy up there. Because that's a very easy one to miss. But yeah, it's kind of funny, really, considering that, in the, hub, you can actually really easily get that achievement by bouncing off of the hamburger relic. But other than that, you can easily just do it here while you're doing all this. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody, because some of them are hard to find, like that one that was high up in the tree.
I hear there's money.
Yeah, I'm not a crack shot at this by any means. Right, so we've got a little browse around through here. Oh, there's one right behind the badge seller. Can I actually give one to the badge seller? Oh, no, it just bounced right off. Pfft. Sorry, buddy. I missed! How'd I miss? I'm right next to this guy. There we are. Alright, fair enough. Oh, you're a sneaky one. Oh, no! That thing just flew off. Oh, no! How did that happen? There we are, you can have a bone. Give a dog a bone. But yeah, he steals stuff in order to give them to the minions. They're not even addressed them, so unless they're actual parcels, that's not going to be helpful. And the last one is right there, which, actually, I'm going to head towards. I didn't actually realise I nailed that shot. I thought I was a little bit too far above. Oh, we hopped off our scooter. At least that contract's complete, so that's another timepiece. Yeah, it's not actually obligated to give us timepieces. It doesn't even say that he will, but that's how you complete the missions here. These were the weeds I was talking about. They weren't here in Act 1, but they are in every other act. If we go in there, we'll have to sign another contract, and that is how we unlock other acts in this place. So let's hop onto our scooter again, drive all the way back to the beginning, because we're pretty much done for this episode. We lost our soul, but we still gain timepieces. We can't rewind time because we'll lose the timepieces that we just got. Paradoxes and all that. And maybe Moustache Girl passed through here at some point, because the first one we grabbed, it could be her. That was the unfortunate soul that got haunted. That probably won't help her mood at all. But yeah, that's pretty much all for this episode. We got a new hat. We covered a massive glitch that still hasn't been fixed recently. And I think I went off with this episode saying that there is information coming out on August 20th. This is being recorded a little bit ahead of time than that, so if it is actually August 20th when this video comes out, we'll talk about it in the next episode or onwards. But with that, see you guys next time.
Come on now. Don't make this difficult. You don't really have a say in this. Sign the paper. Last chance. Sign the paper.